Twee echte heren kraken elke puzzel, we verdedigen de meid in kort. Waar komt al het magie vandaan? Wie is er hier gestoord? LAYTON versus Phoenix.
Hallo kijkers van ShineSprites, ook bij een gloednieuwe aflevering van LAYTON versus Phoenix met Sander van GamingSB.
Nee.
Met zijn geïmproviseerde intro momentje.
Ja.
Oké, we waren net
Klopt.
aan het presenten. Darkglass stated namelijk het volgende. I climbed the stairs up the bell tower and then saw an intruder inside with their back turned. Oh ja, I proceeded and apprehend them. Ja, deze moeten we toch doen, want die kunnen alleen maar gezien worden door Eldritch Woods inhabitants. Ja. Dat had ik de vorige aflevering toevallig al zelf al bedacht. Gelukkig. So the person you saw when you entered the bell tower was actually Miss Kira? The only problem with that is that it would have been impossible. What are you talking about, Defender? Miss Kira, should I say the witness, stated that while she was waiting on the upper floor of the tower, she was wearing her invisibility robe. Therefore, there's no way Miss Darkla would have been able to see the witness. Anyone wearing this robe becomes invisible. Right, but there's just one particular group that can see anyone dressed in this robe. And who's that exactly? Only residents of the Eldritch Woods are able to see the robe. If you're from the Eldritch Woods, then you'll have absolutely no problem seeing this thing. Objection. So, what you're saying, Mr. Wright, is that Miss Darkla here actually hails from the Eldritch Woods, is that correct? And that she knew that this girl prior to tonight? That's right, Professor. What is this? Yeah. A most impressive display, Mr. Wright. However, there's one detail that you appear to have overlooked. Something I overlooked? You say Miss Darklock saw something she should not have been able to see. However, the truth is that there's one other possibility as to what occurred tonight. It's rather easy to work out. Quite simply, the witness was not wearing the robe in the first place. What are you talking about? This witness has proven her memory of tonight's events were quite unreliable. I believe that by the time she climbed the bell tower, she had, in fact, already removed her robe. What? Yeah. This, it's as you say, Inquisitor. As you can see, Defender, your assertion is mere speculation at best. Your little witness here has been lying to the court the entire time. It's as simple as that. Objection! 1 second. The witness was quite clear with her testimony. Isn't that right, Miss Kira? I'm not sure. What? I mean, my memory is a little fizzy. No way. Wat een bullshit, maat.
Ja, nu ineens.
It would appear there's nothing more to be gained from this line of questioning. Your Honor, I suggest we return to the cross-examination. A fine idea, Inquisitor. Well then, Lady Darkla, will you please continue your testimony? As you wish. Okay. Only there was some way getting her to talk, huh, Nick? Ja. Torture is misschien een idee. Precies. Zeker voor Darkla, mensen.
Ja, dat werkt altijd.
Ja, precies. Het is helemaal niet light law.
Hey, haar naam zegt het al. Dark Law. Ja. Alles binnen de wet.
Looks like we're getting
mag best donker zijn.
Dark Law must go into the bell tower to arrest some intruder. Then I wonder why she didn't just come out and say that to begin with. That information was on a strictly need-to-know basis. Need to know basis, huh? That sort of secrecy is pretty common, but usually they've got to have a reason for not disclosing the information to begin with. Okay. I wonder what's up with the professor. Ja, die zit te wachten totdat je eindelijk een keer het goede zegt. Waarschijnlijk. Hij heeft al lang een plannetje bedacht. Wat denk jij, Sanderring?
Ja.
Inderdaad. Oh, we moeten door je print.
Ja, tuurlijk. Man is een smarty pantsing it. Maar ja,
those
dan
must have
moeten
been
ze wel
Skira's
even
footsteps
meewerken.
from when she snuck into the bell tower, right? Indeed, the ground outside was quite muddy after the rain, so her footprints were easily visible. Right, according to the vigilante's testimony. Hier, nee.
Oh jee.
Dat is helemaal niet
Gaat
het
weer
juiste
fout.
plaatje. Dat...
Facties.
Ja.
Lastig.
Her footprint would have been
Jawel,
contained
dat...
and marked.
Nee,
by
oh
her
nee, want we hebben
stiletto.
weer...
But the footprints I saw at the bell tower contained no heel mark at all. And you stepped inside those footprints on your way up the stairs? Exactly. At that time, my main task was to ensure the safety of the town square. Okay. Clever tactic worthy of the High Inquisitor herself. There's something very wrong. Miss Darklaw, I just noticed something in your testimony that's very relevant to the case. Yeah. The defense requests you amend your testimony. You can't help letting that ridiculous imagination of yours run wild, can you? The Inquisition has no objections. Very well, the witness will amend her testimony.
Oké, dat is op zich. Wacht. Oh ja, ik denk...
Dat zal deze wel zijn, ja.
Nee, footprint sketch. Want er waren er wel, volgens mij waren er wel gewoon heels. Alleen niet high heels,
Sketch of footprints at the bell tower.
Of pointy heels.
Ja.
Laten we daarop houden.
So tell me, Miss Darkler, are these your footprints? It would appear so.
Hier.
I would never mean to offend the hard work of Labyrinthus Vigilantes, but tonight's task was mine and mine alone. Okay. When you put it that way, it can't help but notice one contradiction. What did you say? Miss Darkler, you stated the following. When you climbed the stairs, the footprints had no heel, so you tried to match your footsteps to them as far as possible. However, if you look at the actual footprints that were left behind, you can clearly see that not only the heel is present, but the entire foot. If you were trying so hard to step on the footprints already there, then the footprints in the sketch shouldn't have had heel marks. That's very true. Ja, precies. Although I do not think such a small detail is of much importance in the long run. I agree, it's a small detail, Your Honor, but that's not all I noticed. There was something very telling about Miss Darklaw's testimony. Telling, you say?
Oh.
Ja, precies.
En het geeft wel aan dat ze liegt in haar
She stated that she stepped on the footprints that were already at the scene in order to disguise her presence. Now, there's something strange there. Specifically, why were these footprints left at the crime scene in the first place? Mr. Wright. Yes, Professor. Tell me, can you show the court why this seemingly minor detail is odd? I can't exactly do that at the moment. Who can say whether or not these footprints are indeed worth of concern? And if it's an issue, then what exactly are the implications? That, above all, is what you must answer, Mr. Wright. I do not believe you can assert that this is a blatant contradiction at the time. That's enough. Wat? Lady Darkla, how could you simply abandon us? How could you betray us? Betray? Witness, what is the meaning of this? Lady Darkla, you are the mistress of the Eldritch Woods. You are the one responsible for handing us our tasks. What? Kijk, there comes the monkey out of the mouth. This wretched girl is nothing more than the detestable spawn of magic. Her words cannot be taken seriously. People of Labyrinthia, I ask you, what am I if not a loyal daughter of this fair town? No, you're lying, Lady Darkla. When I was waiting up there at the top of the bell tower, I was most certainly wearing that robe. Lady Darkla, you were also wearing a similar robe, were you not? Don't you remember? What nonsense. I haven't a clue what you're blabbing about. I simply managed to sneak right by those makeshift guards. It was not the most demanding of tasks for someone like me. Yes, you're right, that would be true. If you'd have been sneaking around by yourself. By yourself? Enough! Listen to me and listen well. Continue as you are and I will see to it that this court be the last place in which you ever set foot. It matters not. The end is already nigh. After the events of today, I shouldn't even be here right now. Miss Kira, you're saying that Miss Darkla was not by herself at the time of the incident tonight? That's right. Lady Darkla was wearing the invisibility robe, and underneath that robe was a young girl passed out on her back. What? A girl? Could that be? Yes. It was the very same girl imprisoned inside that cage up there.
Spella?
You mean Spella Cantabella? Order! Order! So, the accused was carried up the bell tower? My lord, there's nothing left for me to say. This, the word of the High Inquisitor versus that of a witch. Tell me, who would you sooner believe? Miss Darkla, you of all people should be aware that it isn't a matter of believing or not believing. I'm afraid those are the words that carry no meaning here. The only thing that carries carries any meaning here within the courtroom is evidence. Don't you agree, Mr. Wright? Yes, absolutely, Professor. Well, now, things are beginning to heat up a little, are they not?
Yeah.
Fine, tell me, Defender, have you the means to prove this assertion? Do you actually think you can prove that I, the High Inquisitor of Labyrinthia, carried the accused to the bell tower? Yeah. Your Honor, the defense wishes to present evidence proving that Miss Darkla did in fact carry my client up the tower. Ja, very well, Defender. You may present your evidence.
Dat is niet eens een vraag. Oké, we moeten gewoon iets presenten.
Show us the evidence that proves Lady Darkla carried the accused up the bell tower.
Oh, ja, de mechanism. Ja. Want daar heb je 2 dingen voor nodig. Dus hij heeft ook Cantabella nodig.
And just what? May I ask?
Maar dat kan dinges niet weten, dat is een ding.
Is that supposed to mean, Defender? Say what? Mr. Wright, it pains me to say, but it seems you may have overestimated you. Come on. You're not worthy to stand to that bench.
Wat? Ik snap dat ze een standaard zinnetje hebben voor Layton. Maar Layton zou je hierbij moeten denken, ik zie waar je naartoe wil, maar zover zijn we nog niet. Dit is toch, dat klopt toch? Voor die trap hadden we toch 2 dingen nodig? Nou...
we hebben nog 127 van die dingen. Ik denk dat we
dat snap ik. Dat we zo gaan doen.
Ja.
Dat waren er mijn 2 dingen. Oh nee. Footprint sketch. Oh!
Maar waarom?
Zou dat het niet zijn? Ja, dat weet ik ook niet. Ja, eerlijk, ik denk dat dat hem is. Footprints. Aangezien we ook een plaatje hebben.
Ah, dit is goed.
There was something in your
testimony just now that I'm not buying. And that's the footprints that were left at the bell tower. Did I not just finish admitting that those were my footprints? Miss Darklaw, you stated the following. There was no heel on the footprints, so as I ascended the stairs, I was careful to match my footsteps to them as far as possible.
Ja, maar als spellen, dat kan niet als alleen die Rose, weet ik het wat.
However, the reality is,
factie,
the footprints pictured on the sketch actually
alleen naar boven is gegaan.
That means something must have prevented you from being able to tiptoe along the footprints. Prevented? You mean... That's right, Your Honor. Miss Darklaw, when you climbed up the bell tower tonight, you must have been carrying Miss Cantabella on your back, is that correct? If you remember, it rained quite heavily tonight. That means the stairs must have been quite slippery. With your 2 hands occupied carrying my client, there would be no safe way for you to tiptoe the stairs without falling. You right there... That right there is the truth behind the footprints on the staircase. Deze snap ik niet. Nee, ik ook niet. Lady Darklaw,
ik snap er echt geen hol van.
Fine, I admit it.
Ik snap niet wat hij bedoelt.
It is, as you say, I donned the rope and made my way up the tower. But I was not alone. I carried both Aspella Cantabella and her little friend up the tower with me. Little friend? That black-furred creature of hers.
The cat.
The thing is nary ever a second from her side. Oh, she must mean Eve. When I arrived at the top of the tower, I saw this girl already there and called out to her. I was very shocked to see the mistress show up in person like that. The girl's presence was an inconvenience, so I immediately put her to sleep. Believe it or not, it's just like you said, Defender. I used what remained of Belduke's medicine to put the girl out of the picture. And that's when Miss Kira put up a fight and pulled this pendant right off her neck, correct? That's right. I cannot fathom it. That would mean this pendant actually belongs to you, Lady Darklaw. Ja, joh. Dat was toch al duidelijk? Ja. I just have one question, Miss Darklaw. Why? Why take Aspella up the bell tower? Why render her unconscious? And why go through the trouble of sneaking past the guards? What exactly was your aim in all of this?
Vind ik leuk.
I am in no way obligate to answer that question. Defender. What? What makes you say that? Simple.
Obliged.
None of this has any relevance to the case at hand. That is why. Miss Darklaw, you rendered the witness unconscious and locked her up at the top of the bell tower. I'd say that's more than a little relevant. No. Your Honor, if I may, the Inquisition believes the defense's question to be irrelevant to the current case. Professor, what are you saying? It would seem the defense has forgotten a very important point, namely the point of this, Mr. Wright. Huh? The aim of this trial is to find the identity of the Great Witch Bezella. Whether or not Miss Darklaw locked the witness up at the top of the bell tower is hardly relevant to the purpose of this trial. But there is one thing that is very clear. Neither Miss Darklaw nor the witness could have possibly be Bezella. What? If either one of the two were Bezella, then there would be no need for them to have used the rope of invisibility. They cannot use magic. Therefore, it is inconceivable that either of them could be the Great Witch. A rather straightforward argument if there ever was one. At the time of the incident, there were 3 people present. Of those 3, 2 used the rope of invisibility to vanish from sight, leaving only one person, indeed, Miss Cantabella. With this in mind, the larger question is, who is Bezella? Is that not obvious? The accused, Aspella Cantabella, is the only possible answer. Besides, the accused's voice was heard by all of the townspeople chanting the spell Granworm. Not so fast. I happen to think these witnesses are extremely relevant to this trial. Did you forget about Miss Kira? She supposedly took a one-way trip to that pit of fire over there. And yet, here she is, in one piece, testifying that she returned to kill the ruler of Labyrinthia, the storyteller. Then there's Miss Darkla, who rendered the defendant unconscious and proceeded to transport her up the bell tower. I would say there's more than enough reason to investigate. Only to discover that they are not, in fact, the Great Witch Bezella? I'm saying that there's a possibility that these two are somehow related to Bezella. The court will now announce its thoughts on the matter. I must say, what Inquisitor Layton has stated certainly does ring true. Yeah. However, Lady Darklaw, I have one question I must ask you. What exactly were you hoping to accomplish here tonight? I assure you, it was not my intent to deceive the good citizens of Labyrinthia. However, I must now reveal the truth to you all. Lady Darklaw, are you saying that you are... That's right, my lord. I am a shade. A shade? Lady Darklaw, will you please tell the court what exactly does it mean when you say shade? Wat zij precies bedoelt met shade, dat gaan we de volgende aflevering zien. Bedankt voor het kijken. Adios, amigos.